Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that the video is going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine, as you can see. Kisumu is fantastic, and maybe you could also let me know where you are watching the video from. The county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, on Tuesday, Raila Odinga held some secret meeting with ODM experts who joined the government. That is John Mbadi, Ali Hassan Joho, Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya, and Opiyo Wandayi, alongside other top ODM officials, including the chairperson Gladys Wanga, the Secretary General of the party Edwin Sifuna, the Treasurer of the party Timothy Bosire, and the Executive Director Oduor Ongwen. That meeting is causing serious political panic amongst William Ruto's allies. In this video, I want us to talk about that meeting and why William Ruto and his allies are worried. Because remember, that meeting is coming at a time when Raila Odinga was supposed, of course it happened yesterday, to unveil or to launch his candidacy for the African Union chairmanship in Addis Ababa. And of course, Raila Odinga also used the occasion to unveil his plan for Africa. And it's also coming at a time when ODM party, through the chairperson Gladys Wanga, have organized a very big homecoming for Gladys Wanga in Homa Bay, which is supposed to take place tomorrow. So that meeting is not sitting well with some allies of William Samoei Arap Ruto, who believes that Raila Odinga should focus on AU bid and that Raila Odinga should not be meeting with some of the ODM experts now that they are in government. And as a matter of fact, they also believe that Raila Odinga should now not be participating in political activities. Before we do that, in case you're watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, the other day I asked you guys a simple question: how the election of Donald Trump in the US will affect William Ruto and the 2027 presidential elections in the Republic of Kenya, because most Kenyans believe that Raila Odinga lost the election because of the interference by the US government. The answers or the responses actually shocked me. And tomorrow, I also want to talk about something: the impact of Donald Trump election on Raila Odinga's bid of becoming the next chair of the African Union Commission. For now, let us focus on the issue at hand. Again, allow me to take this opportunity to thank the following people. You are seeing their names there for the coffee they sent to me earlier today. It goes a long way in supporting this channel. You can also do the same using the numbers you are seeing on your screen. A cup of coffee only goes for 200 shillings, but you can do more. Ladies and gentlemen, why would Raila Odinga meet with ODM experts who are top ODM officials and ODM top leadership? For me, the first reason why Raila Odinga met these guys, and this is why William Ruto and his allies are worried, is that Raila Odinga is actually keen on strengthening ODM as a political party. There is something I was telling someone, and I don't know whether you can agree with me, that if there's one mistake which Ruto did in 2017 was to allow or to agree to fold his party URP. And that's why William Ruto had a time for that matter, forming a new political party, UDA party. Of course, he had managed to manipulate the system, so most of the leaders were able to align with that new political party. But William Ruto would have had an easy time with Jubilee. In 2022, Rigathi Gachagua also made a big mistake by agreeing to join William Ruto without forming, or the mountain for that matter, without forming their own political party. And that's why it was easy for William Ruto to remove him. If Rigathi Gachagua was, for example, a member of his own political party, it would have been difficult for William Ruto to remove him. So Raila Odinga, in my view, is trying to strengthen ODM party, because a strong ODM party will give Raila Odinga more bargaining power, will give Raila Odinga the respect he deserves. In fact, William Ruto reached out to Raila Odinga not because of anything, but because of the fact that Raila Odinga has a party, and that party has members of parliament. And that's why, for example, today, there are those who still believe that it is Raila Odinga who removed Rigathi Gachagua from office. After the formation of the broad-based government and Raila Odinga exiting the local political scene to go to AU, something was definitely going to happen. The ODM support base were going to be a bit lethargic, because there was the absence of Raila Odinga. Then there was the uncertainty about ODM as a political party sponsoring a candidate, because since its formation, ODM party has always sponsored a presidential candidate. Now, visualize a situation where ODM is not a presidential party. It's not a presidential candidate, but it doesn't have a presidential candidate. How was that going to sit with their supporters? Probably was going to lead to voter apathy. So I think Raila Odinga wants to strengthen the ODM as a political party now and into the future. Number two, I'm also looking at it as a part of the aftermath of Rigathi Gachagua's impeachment. You know, Rigathi Gachagua was impeached. ODM party participated in that impeachment. Probably they placed some demands to William Ruto and Kenya Kwanza that we are going to help you, but what are we going to get by helping you? Probably they were promised a few things. And of course, after that impeachment, the political dynamics are also changing completely. Because remember, for example, there are those who still believe that the only person who can remove Raila Odinga, that can remove William Ruto, from office, is none other than Raila Odinga. But Raila Odinga can only do that with the support of the mountain. But the mountain cannot support Raila Odinga as long as he's with William Ruto. So there's a lot of political dynamics. There's a lot of political dynamics as far as 2022 presidential elections are concerned, and as far as Rigathi Gachagua's impeachment is concerned. So I think they sat down and figured out, how do we move forward after this impeachment? Are we going to try our luck in 2027 by trying to do things which will bring the mountain closer to us, or do we just go full throttle and support William Ruto and his government? If you ask me, that must have been an agenda during this meeting. Number three, which is also very, very important, I think it also had everything to do with Raila Odinga's bid of becoming the next chair of the African Union Commission. Raila Odinga is contesting to become the chair of the African Union Commission. Personally, I'm praying for him to win. I don't know about you. I've read comments, and maybe I can read them here. There are those who want Raila Odinga to lose, and they are praying over it every single day and night. And there are those of us who want Raila Odinga to win, not because of any other thing. We want Raila Odinga to win so that if that can help him exit the local political scene in peace, we'll be glad. And of course, there are also those who are praying for Raila Odinga to lose so that he can come and play local politics. There are those who don't want Raila Odinga to exit local political scenes. But for me, I'm praying for Raila Odinga to win that seat day and night, because I believe Raila Odinga has tried for Kenya, and in returns, Kenyans have always disappointed him. So Raila Odinga is contesting. He was supposed to launch on Friday, which was yesterday, which he did yesterday. This meeting took place on a Tuesday, which definitely meant they discussed the Raila Odinga's launch in Addis Ababa, probably moving forward, how Raila Odinga campaigns is going on, and maybe Raila Odinga also briefed them on the progress. So far, according to sources I've talked to, Raila Odinga is definitely going to win. It's likely, not definitely, it's likely to win. Although there are those who voted for William Ruto's government from the mountain, mostly, and from Azimio, who feel that Raila Odinga betrayed them. So they are also pushing for the candidature of the Djibouti guy. So I think they also discussed the bid. And very importantly, number 4 is the 2027 politics. You know, there is the ODM party, then there is the Kenya Kwanza, and then there's the 2027 presidential elections. What role will ODM party play in that election? How are they going to capture seats? Because I don't think, in my view, ODM as a political party will sponsor a candidate in 2027, presidential candidate. I don't think so. Because I've been looking at it critically. Joho can contest for the presidency, but Joho has made it very clear that they are likely to support William Ruto again. Opio and I, one of the experts, has already affirmed that in 2027, they'll support William Ruto. Raila Odinga has not pronounced himself on the matter, but you can always see some signs, which means for ODM party to be safe, they must ask themselves several questions. How can we win more seats in the next election? Winning more seats in the next election for ODM party is a matter of life and death. Because if they won't be able to win seats, because remember, they will not have a presidential candidate. If they will not be able to win seats, I can tell you for sure, they will not have funds, because ODM depends on the political party's funds. They don't have the funds. Number 2, it's also important to note that their bargaining power will reduce. So I think all these meetings are about the 2027 politics. And lastly, maybe it was about the broad-based government. They did a SWOT analysis, figured out the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities available. So they did SWOT analysis, figured out, okay, how is this broad-based government affecting our popularity as a political party? How is this broad-based government going to affect the 2027? What are the political dynamics? What are the formations which are emerging? Is there a need to continue being in Azimio, or do we exit Azimio? Ladies and gentlemen, for me, I think those are the reasons why William Ruto and his allies are not happy. Because William Ruto and his allies would not want a strong ODM party. They would not want Raila Odinga to use Rigathi Gachagwa's impeachment to his advantage. They would want to take advantage of Raila Odinga in 2027, and therefore they would not want Raila Odinga to scheme for 2027. And of course, you also know the broad-based government. I'm told there's also the possibility that additional cabinet slot might be allocated to Raila Odinga, that of gender, because the interior will go to one of William Ruto's allies. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, this is Makwiny. Bye-bye.